of Mendel's laws of genetics, and this is the law of dominance. What you need to know is that in the law of dominance, some traits only have two variations. This means they can be red or they can be yellow, like you see in the cherries down here. So there's two versions of color, red or yellow. In the law of dominance, one allele or letter is dominant over the other. This means the dominant allele masks, covers up, or hides the recessive allele. This means only the dominant trait is shown. So here we can see the dominant trait for these cherries is red. And we can see this B, this capital letter B, beating up on the other trait. This is the dominant trait. In other words, if a plant has a dominant allele for purple flowers, which is capital A, that's the dominant allele, and a recessive allele for white flowers, that's a lowercase a, that flower would be purple. So we can see that here. If I have two capital A's or two dominant alleles, I will get a purple flower. If I have two recessive alleles or two little a's, I get a white flower. But if I have a big A and a little a, then this dominant A, which codes for purple, is dominant or covers up or masks the white, and this flower also shows as purple. In genetics, as we've learned, letters are used to represent alleles. Capital letters, such as T, represent dominant alleles, while lowercase letters, such as a lowercase t, represent recessive alleles. So capital letters are dominant over the recessive alleles, which we use lowercase to represent. So if we have a big B and a big B, those are two dominant alleles, and we call this homozygous. Remember, homo means the same, so homozygous dominant means two capital letter B's. Homozygous recessive means we have two of the same letter, which are two little b's because of this word recessive. Hetero, remember, means different. So heterozygous means we have one dominant allele and one lowercase allele. And this is shown by a capital B and a lowercase b. So a genotype can be, like we just learned, capital T, which is homozygous dominant. It can be big T, which is heterozygous. Or it can be little t, which is homozygous recessive. So these are the three genotypes that we can have. Now, what I'd like you to do is pause the video and in your own words, summarize the law of dominance on your notes sheet.